And hi, welcome to JTV Sports. I am Paul on the ball. First, having a look at cats and sailing. Anguilla became the 2012 Junior Sailing Champions over the weekend of the Premier's Cup Regatta held at the Peg Leg in Nanny Key. Also competing were the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Cayman Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, the US Sail Caribbean, and the two local teams from the BVI. After taking 10 consecutive years to win the regatta, the Anguillans were able to win last year and return in their 11th year to retain their title. And JTV caught up with the 2012 champion team Anguilla, who comprised of Omari Hamilton, Keaton Lloyd, Romario Gums, Derek Cardiff, Kadim Joseph, and Captain Kendall Richardson, who spoke with me after the morning races.
This morning was good. Starting wasn't too good, but we make up a lot of ground on the upwind. First couple of races downwind we weren't doing too good, but then we make adjustments, and as you can see, we're working out for us. But as Omar said, the regatta ain't over yet, but we're gonna try to keep our first place.
Well, obviously, from the looks of it, you guys have certainly mastered the win the best to date. What do you think you have to do to maintain that?
Just know what happening out on the water, know where it's coming from, how fresh it's blowing, where to go. That's what gonna make a race.
Any special words for the crew that you work with here, these guys?
They're real special.
The Premier's Cup is an annual event put on by the Rotary Club of Tortola, who do pretty much all the hard work behind the scenes, including the cooking. JTV caught up with the chief scorer and commentator for this year's event, Mr. Evanson Richardson, who explained more about cats.
This Cats Kid Regatta is a safety for young people at sea. It has been started by a Rotarian over in St. Thomas, where it had 4 people had drowned, young guys, and they started a safety program. And it has continued in teaching locals, kids, how to swim, how to sail, how to row boats. And out of it came a competition, which we call, used to be the Chief Minister's Cup, but is now called the Premier's Cup. And we bring kids from all over, Bahamas, St. Kitts, not St. Lucia, Trinidad, Turks and Caicos, Bequia, Antigua, and Puerto Rico, St. Thomas and St. John, and Anguilla. And they compete in a boat, which is a one design, called the IC-24.
I finally caught up with the man who was given responsibility to run this year's races, Mr. Chris Giorsi.
This year I'm responsible for all aspects of the event, and I've never been aware of a lot of little things, which thankfully I have a really good crew behind me just saying, have you thought about this or that or another thing. In general, the comments are, I think the racers are happy with the amount of racing we've managed to get in already. There's always those organizational challenges with which the Royal British Virgin Islands Yacht Club has taken care of. My duties are on shore, making sure when the kids come in they have food and drink, which thankfully the Rotary Clubs of Tortola and Rotaract are well behind and making it really easy. There's always just these little runaround issues that I'm trying to make sure I'm the, in quotes, the go-to guy. A lot of times that's my position in the event year in and year out, but this year it's really ultimately my responsibility to make sure it happens correctly. And so that's kind of, I knew what was coming, but you never know what's coming until it really hits you. So I'm happy so far, but I'm very self-critical. I would like to improve in areas that I feel would make the event, in my mind, a little easier to organize.
And in cricket on Sunday at the Virgin Gorda Recreation Grounds, the Cavaliers Cricket Club became the 2012 T20 cricket champions of the Virgin Islands when they defeated the Vikings Cricket Club, who had made it to the finals for the first time in their franchise history. The deciding factor of the game proved to be a 5-wicket haul by Julian Sinclair, which included the first ever hat-trick in a T20 final in the history of cricket here in the British Virgin Islands. I spoke with the history-making wicket-taker Julian Sinclair.
Well, it was a nice experience. I did well. I just did what my captain and coach
tell me to do is just bowl on the line and, you know, the batsman will do the rest.
Tell us a bit about the hat trick.
The first ball was the best of my bowling, but Richard played a loose shot which went straight to the field. The next two actually built my confidence and I placed the ball in the right area at the right time.
Just over 120 runs today for the Cavaliers. How do you feel that your team can respond?
We're in a good position, we bowl well, we just need to go on bat now.
It was the Guyanese international player Keith Semple who steered the ship home for Cavaliers with an unbeaten 60 runs as the Cavaliers became the 4 times defending champions of the T20 competition in the British Virgin Islands. As part of the presentation party, Dr. Carl Dawson, president of the HLSCC, said a few words of congratulations to the Cavaliers Cricket Club.
I'd like to join in congratulating the Cavaliers Cricket Club for an excellent performance in the entire tournament and their victory today. For the 2020 tournament.
For JTV Sports, I am Paul on the ball. It do be a great sport.